This is a presentation of Vidyal, a small non-governmental organization in Theni, Tamil Nadu. Globalization, modern science and technology, the trade and market systems have been posing constant challenges to the livelihoods of millions of rural population, particularly the women. The human resource development required to face these challenges and exploit the opportunities is very weak. The conventional face-to-face teacher-student training systems have failed miserably in agriculture and rural development programs. Information and communication technologies such as mobile phones can play a major role, particularly in the context of illiterate and semi-literate population. But a paradigm shift in human resource development is required to place technologies such as mobile phones in the social-cultural context. Such a paradigm shift requires to move beyond didactic mode of education and strengthen the self-directed learning among the rural communities. Mobile phones can enhance the self-directed learning process. They can reduce the opportunity cost, transaction cost, and drudgery and play a major role among the illiterate and semi-literate communities. They can be used not only for vertical flow of information but also strengthen the horizontal transfer of knowledge and enhance communities' knowledge management.
Vidyal works with women in 4 villages of the Theni district of Tamil Nadu under the self-help group model, helping them in, among other things, procuring loans for various income generation activities. But when, in 2008, 300 women applied for a loan of 43,500 rupees each to buy 10 female goats and 1 male goat to augment their income, they added a rather unusual component to their loan amount: the cost of a mobile phone and a SIM card. Here's why. Every day, each of the women who were sanctioned the loan for goat rearing must, in addition to looking after their goats, also wait for and listen to the 5 audio SMSs sent in.
ஆடு மாடு வளர்க்குறவங்களுக்கு ஒரு தகவல், ஆடுகளுக்கு சொக்கிருச்சுனால
Delivered in Tamil, these audio SMSs give information about goat rearing. Next, they must get the information written in these special notebooks given to them so that each of the SMSs can be discussed in the next group meeting. The idea is to make sure that the women have all the requisite information to take care of the goats.
The initiative does not merely teach, but encourages women to find answers for these 9 questions in the context of specific value chain in the livelihood. Thus, it is not a training program or information provider. It is a facilitation process for learning. It takes place in the context of strong cognitive social capital promoting self-directed learning. How can this be made self-sustainable? If you provide a win-win framework for all the stakeholders, then it can be self-sustainable and replicate. Vidyal felt that banking sector stand to gain if women are empowered. The non-performing asset rate of rural credit, which is very high now, will come down. Hence, bank can invest in a systematic manner on capacity building, particularly using mobile phones. Mobile phone service companies also stand to gain. The revenue per unit from learning will bound to go up if learning helps in economic empowerment. But L3F cannot approach every woman as individual student. A strong mobilization process and cognitive social capital are essential conditions for such learning.
3500 அங்கே பங்கு தொகை 40,000 கடன் வாங்கினா அதுக்கு 9 ஆடு ஒரு கடாய் கொடுத்தா அதை நேசிட்டே இருக்கோம். செல்போன் மூலையில் நாங்கள் தலையில் கற்றுக்கிட்டோம்.
A learning need analysis was conducted. Semi-structured learning, 5 audio messages daily based on the business cycle in local dialect are being sent to the women through the mobile phones. These women discusses the issues raised in the messages with other women through mobile phones and meet once in 15 days to record their experiences. IFFCO Kisan Sanchar Limited (IKSL) is playing a major role in this regard along with Indian Overseas Bank. Through horizontal learning and exchanges, issues are challenged, negotiated, and help in developing consensus. Common strategies are then adopted. Studies have shown that the productivity and income generation among the learners are higher than that of the non-learners in the region. Thus, in the Lifelong Learning for Farmers initiative, mobile phone is not just a talking tool but also a learning tool. Women are not passive recipients of information but active partners in content creation, delivery and assessments. Their suggestions have led to the development of a learning management system called LIVES by the Commonwealth of Learning and the University of British Columbia. ICRISAT in Hyderabad is now testing this system. Some of the interesting outcomes. Banks and mobile phone service companies such as IKSL have started investing in L3F. External evaluations show that such learning with emphasis on horizontal transfer of knowledge lead to enhanced livelihood and empowerment. Learning through mobile phone reduces the drudgery, opportunity cost and transaction costs. During 2010, 25,000 women and men signed a document and 6,000 women assembled and requested Reserve Bank of India and NABARD to allot 2% of every credit in agriculture for capacity building through open and distance learning using mobile phones. NABARD and other banks want to test these ideas further and if proven will help in replicating them at a larger scale.
Poor, uneducated women and yet completely at ease with technology. The video experience shows that with the right training and grassroots approach, ICT can be harnessed fruitfully to improve lives of the poorest of the poor.